I told you at the beginning of the show also, I wanted to get into the, are we in a bubble yet? And this I found fascinating, the starry state of corporate taxes in America. Piece in the Financial Times today about how Tesla Motors, one analyst, see this, let me back up a little before I share this story with you. Here's the problem. Reagan cut taxes on the rich. And actually, there was one point where, during the Reagan presidency, where capital gains taxes and regular income taxes were the same. They were both at 28%, but they were the same. So, and Reagan changed the rules for compensation so that CEOs could be compensated with stock. It used to be against the law, against the tax law. So CEOs and senior executives can be compensated with stock. So they get over that $1 or $2 million limit that the IRS places on executive pay that's deductible to the corporation. So the net of this is, because of the Reagan tax cuts, for 32 years now, there's been all this hot money being injected into the system, which has caused a whole series of bubble and bursts. Boom, bust, boom, bust. The dot-com boom, then the bust. The tech boom, then the bust. The housing boom, then the bust. The stock market boom, then the bust. So back to this piece in the Financial Times, they're talking about Tesla Motor, and one Wall Street analyst wrote an article saying, Tesla's stock is probably going to double in price over the course of the next year. Now, as Richard Waters in San Francisco and Henry Foy in London point out for this article, that this suggestion by Mr. Jonas, the forecast, means that Tesla is going to become, arguably, he says the bold call added around $5 billion to Tesla's market value. And that, Tesla's stock, it means, that would value the company at more than the almost $60 billion market value of General Motors, even though Tesla only plans to deliver 35,000 electric sedans this year compared to GM's 10 million cars. Now, when a company that's, I love Tesla. I've been in one. They're wonderful cars. But when a company who sells 35,000 cars a year has the same market value in the stock market as a company that sells 10 million cars, you're in a bubble. And that's the point that they're making. And they point out back in 1998 when we were in a bubble, the little-known analyst named Henry Blodgett said Amazon's going to go to 400. And the stock jumped up 19% on a single day and eventually did hit 400. But the analyst said that his call was, quote, like throwing gasoline on a bonfire. All this tells me the crash of 2016 is still underway.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
Which is why I wrote the book of the same title, but also I'm just saying, it could happen next week, it could happen next year. It certainly is going to happen by November of 2016.